Ever never to for neverless to Everest NTE. Today we are going to look at the NTE gameplay trailer. I'm going to comment on some things that you may have not noticed or even thought about, and also give you my opinion on the trailer itself. First off, I know this is off topic, but it's probably one of my favorite character designs in this game and even other game. I don't know, maybe because it reminds me of a certain someone. Anyway, right at the beginning, we have something I haven't seen anyone comment. Is this painting possessed? Is it a side quest or just an NPC? It has to be one of those, but I would bet on it being a side quest, since no other object in this room was talking or even moving at all. We can also see that even though most of the stores and buildings are closed, we have a lot of them that are open and free to enter inside. I count 1, 2 and 3. From what I've seen, it doesn't look like the other stores can be entered, but there might have been one or another that has the doors closed and can be entered anyway. Like this one. Here it just says that it's a noodle recipe with a secret sauce, and because of the vapor it emits, it gets called super, or something like that. It will probably work the same as other games where eating regenerates health or gives some sort of buff. Everyone saw this tram. But from the looks of it, at least for now, it doesn't look very rideable, since there are absolutely zero NPCs on board. One thing that's interesting, it seems like everything in this world is movable. For example, it would never cross my mind that this bike here would move at all, but it does. As for the combat, I have nothing to add. It is still a work in progress, so it's probably not finished. It looked a bit rough around the edges. Now, one thing that I didn't see much comment about, have you realized that everything in this scene has changed? We are in a completely different space, and there was no loading screen. This is one of the advantages of making a game on Unreal Engine 5, though even for Unreal Engine 5 the lighting seems off. Look here, she's standing on a red light and the model is completely not affected by the red hue. The character brightness also doesn't change when she steps into the shadow part. So I believe this is just me nitpicking, and this is a work in progress after all. But it is something they have to fix, though not as important as everything else. If the only problem they had was the lighting on release, I would be very happy. The double jump and parkour demonstration was a nice touch. As for the car, I don't think there is any explanation to do, but one thing I noticed was the parking spot they're in. Looking like the default parking spot, since it was very well parked, and it being blue and yellow, which is usually represented by the police or some kind of authority, maybe our main character is part of some kind of patrol unit. We just passed by 3 more Porsches. I have no comment. 2 more, and now 3. So it doesn't seem to be much vehicle variety. Or every one of them is just a placeholder for other cars that the player can use. We also have working traffic lights, and they do not seem fake like in Cyberpunk. The traffic is actually respecting the lights, which is a nice touch. So for now we have 3 cars, but I'm sure they will add more. As for the customization, it's cool but nothing special. The NPCs just seem to be standing around doing nothing, making the world look lively at first glance, but after you stare at it for a bit, you realize there isn't much to it. Here everyone knows what they are doing, they are buying an apartment and now they are going to it. And these car horns are starting to get annoying though. Again, we can see no loading screen, which is great. As for the apartment itself, I'm not a designer or an architect, but it doesn't seem very practical. Though I do like open space, and it makes sense for a video game. Walking on walls, and as you can see, there was not even a hidden loading screen in the elevator, since she just jumped out of the building and was already on the open world. The honks are really getting on my nerves though, and I hope they really tone it down. Now this reminds me a lot of Burnout Paradise, where sometimes a random car would spawn in and you'd have to chase it and make it crash for you to unlock the car. Man, this brings back memories. And that's the gameplay trailer. Was there anything you haven't noticed up until now? Or was there anything I didn't notice? Or do you disagree with me in any assumptions? Either way, you can always comment down below and leave a like if you liked the video. Thanks for watching and as always, have fun. Bye bye.